Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
So, boss.
Hike out of there.
Speaking of cattle.
Yeah?
You know, we get busy thinking about, we got to scoop snow, we got to do that here in the communities around the area, and then we sometimes forget about those guys and gals out there having those calves dropping on the ground. And it seems like storms bring on a few extra calves, and we have an expert on the line here. Drew Gaffney is with Burwell Broken Bow Livestock, and we're going to get Drew up in a moment. Also want to remind you that we will be having postponements and closings right after Drew's presentation. The latest would be Litchfield, Ansley, and Broken Bow schools are now closed. They did have 10 o'clock open. So,
yes, sir.
So we did want you to know that. Drew Gaffney, how are you today?
I'm doing good.
Good. So are you drifted in?
I am drifted in.
I think a lot of people are this morning.
I was going to say, I think there are several in that position.
Seems like maybe we didn't get a lot more snow, a little bit, but it sure piled it up a little bit more yesterday afternoon and last night. All that moisture under it's frozen, so a little tough getting around.
Yeah, it is, but I think it looks like there's going to be some light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, I think we're going to get sunshine today. It's only Tuesday, so the sales will go on, right?
Sales will go on, and I know I've had some questions about the Nebraska Bull Test sale. It's on Wednesday. It is going to happen as scheduled. The bulls will be in there for preview, and so everything's going to be a go there for the Nebraska Bull Test sale on Wednesday.
All right, that's good news because that's a heck of a sale. Tell us what's happened and what's going to go on.
Okay, so last week we had 2 big days. We had way-up cows and feeders in both Broken Bow and Burwell. Had a really nice run of those way-up cows, and I'll kind of give you a recap on what we got done there. In the high-yielding cows, we were $1.24 to $1.47.5. Middle cut to those cows is $1.10 to $1.23.50. Poor and thin cows is $1.20 to $1.23. Heiferettes was $1.20 to $2.24. And the bull market was $1.15 to $2.20. And we dang sure called that market 10 higher again this week. It was just kind of on fire on those way-up cows. Then right back there after the way-ups, we got onto the steer and heifer sale. Had a really nice run of steers and heifers both days in Broken Bow and Burwell, and I'll give you a recap on what we got there. In the steer division, we had some 391-pound steers at 404. Had some 466-pound steers at 401. Had some 525-pound steers at 365.50. Had some 603-pound steers at 328. Had some 780-pound steers at 262.50. And had some 808-pound steers at 249. And also had some 708-pound steers at 294. In the heifer division, we had 589-pound heifers at 290. Had some 514-pound heifers at 324. Had some 740-pound heifers at 248. And had some 716-pound heifers at 259. Had some 879-pound heifers, 2 loads of those at 218. And had some 764-pound heifers at 240.5. Kind of how we operated there last week. This week, like I said, had going to have 1 big day. Going to have way-up special there in Broken Bow on Thursday. Going to have no sale in Burwell on Friday due to the Easter holiday. I want to wish everybody a happy Easter. And like I said, the bull test sale the Nebraska Bull Test sale will be on Wednesday, starting at 1 o'clock. The bulls will be in the yards there for the preview, and lunch going to be right there right before noon. Got any questions, give me a call, 308-872-1105, or give Justin French a call at 308-872-1421.
All right, Drew, thanks a lot. And if you, Brent and I would be more than happy to come out and help dig you out, but, we're a little busy right here, Drew, so I don't know if we can help you or not.
Well, I would hate to see you two fellas break a sweat, and I think that's what would happen.
I think you're probably right. Thanks, Drew. Have a good one.
See ya.
Bye. Yeah, there's going to be a few people breaking sweats out there today. We want to kind of be careful about that. That's pretty heavy snow out there with a lot of moisture in it, and we're all a little impatient this time of year. We want winter to be over, and we want to get this cleaned up, but we'll want to be careful out there. The roads are kind of a mess, evidently. Looks like things have drifted back in on your side roads, your country roads, your county roads. The State Highway Department's done a good job of keeping this highway clear, at least from town out here, and I think they've been up and down the highways. But it's also very slick on those highways. You could see the glare on it this morning when we pulled on. It was great not to have the snow on it, but it's going to be slick until that sun comes out. And now we're hearing about roads being drifted in both near town and out in the country on the county roads. So going to be a little slow getting around. I think that's maybe why we've had some more changes here this morning. And so Brent has his laptop opened up and ready to go. Brent.
Here we go. Let's start with it. And Somerville Public Schools are closed today. The Ansley Community Blood Drive scheduled for today, that now has been canceled. Ansley Public Schools are now closed today. Arnold schools are closed. BD in Broken Bow is planning to open at 10 o'clock this morning. Broken Bow Handy Bus will not run today. Broken Bow schools are now closed for today. Burwell Public Schools are closed. Callaway Medical Clinic planning to open at 10 o'clock this morning. Callaway Public Schools are closed. Central Community College learning centers in both Lexington and Ord planning to open at 10 o'clock this morning. Central Nebraska Medical Clinic in Broken Bow planning to open at 10 a.m. Custer County Courthouse and Judicial Center planning to open at noon today. The Custer County Board of Supervisors meeting now scheduled for 2 o'clock this afternoon. Gothenburg Public Schools still showing a 10 o'clock start for this morning. Lexington Public Schools are closed. Litchfield Public Schools are now closed today. Loop City Schools are closed. Loop County Public Schools in Taylor closed. Ord Public Schools are closed today. Overton Schools still showing a 10 o'clock start. Prairie Eye Care Center in Broken Bow planning to open at 10 o'clock this morning. Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow closed for today, no home deliveries. Sandhills Public Schools in Dunning on our list still showing a 10 o'clock start today. Buses will run accordingly. Sargent Public Schools are closed today, no school, no activities. Stapleton Public Schools now has changed. They are now closed for today, and SEM Public Schools are closed today. So that's the information as we have it in front of us.
All right, thank you, Brent. Appreciate that. And again, folks, be patient out there as those roads have drifted back in. The crews will be out working on things, but it's going to take a little while. It's not a bunch of snow. It's just piling it up in the wrong places. Well, we have I don't know, we're estimating 3.5 to 4 inches of total snowfall. And we've picked up a very nice amount of 7900s precipitation from that snowfall. And that means there's a lot of water in it, and so it's going to pack down, and there's slick spots. Frozen ice from overnight's gotten down to 11 degrees. Wind chills right now are like about 3 and 4 below zero, so it's a little dangerous out there. Yeah,
we received information from the National Weather Service this morning, and they actually showed the highest snowfall total coming from Anselmo at 8 inches. 8 inches. That's what the National Weather Service had this morning.
Is Butch at it again up there?
He might be. Might be.
That old Butch, he always comes up with some totals. But he does a great job, and he is north of Anselmo. So, and there's other reporters around Anselmo as well to the National Weather Service. So,
yeah, they sent National Weather Service in North Platte emailed us kind of a packet of information showing some snow totals, and they had Anselmo at 8 inches is what they showed. So,
well, no wonder they're digging out up there. They've got another 4 inches or so to push around here this morning. So good luck, everybody. But please be careful. There was a lot of accidents yesterday. We don't have all the official information, but we have a scanner here, and there was a lot of calls going out for law officials and ambulances and all the different things that go with that. People on their way to help pull people out, and maybe some rollovers and so forth. Don't have anything official, but we know that there was a lot of accidents yesterday. So it's going to be much the same way today with these road conditions the way they are. So if you don't have to go anywhere, stay home if you can. But if you have to, be very, very careful. It's going to get much better as we go through the day. We're going to have some sunshine, get into around 30 or so. So it's going to thaw some things here this morning. This is the last day of Major League Spring Training.
Mm-hmm.
So that means, is this going to be the last snow? Because baseball's going to start here in a few days.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Dodgers and the Padres each had their regular win, have the regular win already for their series in South Korea last week. I noticed the Yankees were playing down in Mexico the other day.
Oh, were they?
They were behind 3-0, by the way. I don't know how that ended up. But
yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it's always easy. I don't care who the Yankees are playing. It's nice to see them behind.
Yes.
Mr. Wright. It's also National Spinach Day. Celebrating green stuff that kept you going when you were a kid, when you watched Popeye and you thought you wanted to have some spinach out of the can.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, spinach out of the can. Now that fresh spinach salad or whatever.
That's good.
I can eat that,
Yeah.
but then the spinach out of a can, ew.
Gee, I'm with you. But, when Popeye squeezed that out into his mouth, man, he could do some crazy things.
Yeah, absolutely. I can tell you, though, as a kid growing up, that didn't work.
It did not.
No, it did not work.
That's why we hid our spinach in the milk carton, see if we could get away with not eating it, because and they put vinegar on it, for crying out loud. Yeah. Anyway, that's Spinach Day today.
And it always left your plate green afterwards.
Always wonder what your stomach looked like after you ate that goopy stuff. The National American Diabetes Association Alert Day. Consider this your diabetes wake-up call. The disease impacts more than 34 million Americans. That's about 10% of the U.S. population. So it's something that we need to pay attention to. Diana Ross is 80 today, Brent.
Oh, wow.
Yep, she's 80 today. Former career started with the Supremes. Very successful there. And she also did some acting. And Miss Ross is a Hall of Fame music legend. There was a little bit of bad blood when she left the Supremes, but I hope they've gotten that straightened out. But she definitely was very big. She was also a good friend of Michael Jackson's.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And I believe she liked monkeys, too.
when you were listening to that song? Come on. Be honest now.
Well, I don't think you did because you're trying to put a password into a computer.
Yeah, well, that's true.
That didn't work.
Yeah, the computer was looking at me going, stop. You don't know your password.
Oh, golly. More birthdays. Martin Short is 74 today, currently starring in the hit Murders in the Building. He's fantastic in that. He's with Steve Martin and many others in that show. It's a great show. Kenny Chesney is 56 today.
Oh.
Nancy Pelosi is 84. Jennifer Grey, who was, in
Dirty Dancing.
Yeah. Baby.
Yeah. Don't put Baby in a corner.
That's right. She's been in a lot of other things, too. Friends and different things. But anyway, she's 64 today. And Steven Tyler.
Ah, yeah, Aerosmith.
Front man, 76 today. Jennifer, 64, I think I said that. So those are some birthdays. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. All right, we're going to pass on the menus today because a lot of the schools aren't having class, and we'll probably go through those again in a moment for you. They did have some 10 o'clock starts that have been changed to closings just because the roads aren't getting... Well, they close back up overnight. So adjust this over here just a little bit. There we go. Getting everything all back to normal here.
There you go.
I think our power is back up almost full power on both stations, so that's good.
That is very good.
That's good. We're gaining. When this sun comes out, everything will get better.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness. Look who has walked in the door. Wow.
Logan is here. Let's play the game real quick, and then we'll visit with Errol C.
Let's do that.
Tumbleweed Day.
It is. So a chance to win a prize from the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow. Easter trivia for the next few days.
Good.
In which country did the folklore figure the Easter Bunny originate? In which country did the Easter Bunny originate? Your choices are Germany, Japan, South Africa, or Australia. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Starting your day on the go, or when you just don't want to mess with breakfast at home, express options at the Tumbleweed Cafe are the way to go. Sandwiches, burritos, cinnamon rolls in the drive-thru from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. At lunch from 11 to 2, it's burgers, chicken strips, or sandwiches and fries, quick and easy. Take and bake casseroles are available as well. Pick up in the drive-thru weekdays until 6. Delicious lasagna, cheesy pasta taco bake, Texas spaghetti, and more. Drive-thru or dine in, or visit the Sunday Buffet. East Highway 2, Broken Bow, the Tumbleweed Cafe.
And we have a caller on the line. Let's find out who we have on the phone. Good morning. Who are we talking to?
Well, I tried calling in. I don't know. It's Peg again, and I thought, it's going to be busy.
Oh, well, you got
but
through.
But it wasn't busy again.
You got through, Peg.
I know.
All right.
So I feel bad if there's somebody else who wants to try to come call in.
Well, here's what a lot of people do when they call in. They maybe give it to somebody else. Can you do that?
Well, I can give it to my husband or my mother-in-law.
Yeah,
give it to your mother-in-law.
All right.
Yeah, your husband.
Give it to my mother-in-law.
Make your husband fix his own food. Here's the question.
Okay, Peg, here we go. In which country did the Easter Bunny originate? Was it Germany, Japan, South Africa, or Australia?
Germany.
It was, yeah, Germany. Well done. And because you've answered correctly, we have a certificate that's going to get, well, I guess your mother-in-law, a take-and-bake small casserole. So come on out.
I love that.
Yeah, come on out when you can and pick up your certificate.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Peg.
Thanks, Peg.
7:51. Logan is here. Stay tuned.
Good morning, Captain.
Good morning, Captain.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Do you have a laundry list of projects to do around your home? Refresh your space by completing the list of home improvement projects with the help of a HELOC from Burning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at burningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get you started. Burning Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
waking up Central Nebraska.
They are so funny.
KCNI, KBBN.
7:52. Logan is here from Arrowseed in Broken Bow. Arrowseed, I believe, was closed yesterday, but
we were
going to open up today.
Yes.
All right.
Regular hours?
As far as I know.
As far as you know.
Yep.
You haven't been there yet?
I haven't. No, I'm all decked out in my snow moving gear so I can plant potatoes on Friday.
Yeah, it is Good Friday. There you go, man.
You never know.
That's when you plant them.
Yeah, got to plant them on Good Friday. I don't know if you'll be able to dig very far into the ground, but you can always plant them in the snow.
Yeah, you can dig through the snow. It should be soaked up pretty good.
Yep.
We'll leave that up to the folks out there if they want to plant potatoes on Good Friday this year.
You know, so the question about the Easter Bunny.
Yes.
So have you ever had rabbit? Like actual, like fricassee or rabbit stew?
No, honestly, I never have. I've never had rabbit.
It's really?
Yeah, I never have.
It's actually really good.
It's very good.
You got to be careful, though, after you eat rabbit, it can make you jumpy.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Let me mark that one down as one of your worst.
Yeah. You just be careful. And then if you get pulled over, they might think you've been drinking.
Ooh.
It's because they can smell the hops.
After you've been drinking. Okay.
Well, we're so glad you've been able to make it in today, Logan.
I know it. Blazed the trail just to get here.
You have. You're on Highway 70, a little slick out there.
Yeah, Highway 70 travel is not necessarily recommended. It's not really drifted a whole lot, but it is slick.
Okay. I think that's the case wherever things have been cleared off. It's okay, except it's really slick, and then you have the drifts on the side roads.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys have seen that on your sidewalks, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and the best thing you can do there is, I don't know, come to Arrowseed and put some ice melt, get some ice melt to put out.
There you go. That's a nice plug. So you still have, even though it's March, you still have it, right?
We do still have ice melt, yes.
Good thing, because I think we're going to need some.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that ice melt's a really, really cheap insurance policy against not falling down.
Right. Yeah.
Not that I've ever, fell down putting ice melt out or anything, but
that's another whole story.
But you know what? That's actually a good point. When you're putting the ice melt out, be very careful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Very much so.
Well, if you have patience and time, you spread it out ahead of you and you wait just a little bit, right? Let it kind of
let it do its thing. So it raises the melting point of the ice.
Yeah. And it also, with this kind of a storm, it softens things up, and then maybe you can get the shovel on it and get it chipped up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's kind of a aesthetically pleasing thing for me if you throw ice melt out and it makes it like crunchy ice, like when you step on it and it kind of crumbles under your feet. Crackles.
Yeah.
I like that sound.
Well, there's probably going to be a lot of that going on. So
I would guess so. And it's cool. You throw the ice melt out, you can hear it. I mean, you can hear it work almost immediately.
It does.
So
yeah. Well, you have some for the folks?
We do.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
What else is on your mind at Arrowseed today?
Well, gardening was on my mind until the past couple days. And that shifted a little bit.
Yeah, but this is the time of year where the weather can change on a dime.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we were talking earlier, Good Friday's this weekend, so don't get in a rush to put your potatoes in.
Yeah, is
the moral of the story there.
Yeah, I mean, we can be growing things inside yet, though.
Yeah, you can start. We've got some starter trays with the media or the potting soil, for lack of better terms.
Okay.
But yeah, you can start. You can start some veggies inside, cucumbers, watermelon, that type of stuff, and get them ready to transplant in a garden.
Right. So. Okay. Moving away from, let's don't move away from the home yet, because we have some snow on the grass out there, and it's already pretty green. It's kind of weird. This whole winter, if you had an open backyard, before you knew it, you were looking at least some green out there.
Yeah, I mean, take me back to February at this point. It was a lot nicer than March has been.
Well, that's true. January wasn't much fun for a couple of weeks, but other than that, we've been pretty lucky. But the yards look amazing right now, but we need to not let that dismay us from going ahead and doing the STEP program or making sure we fertilize. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just going to get you in that much better shape throughout the season, throughout the year. It might not seem like it, but usually that first application is mid-April. So that's like just a few weeks away.
It is.
And I can almost certainly guarantee that the weather will be a lot better than it is right now.
I'm going to hold you to that.
It'll be we won't get any April snowstorms.
Okay.
All right. Mark it down, folks.
Or
on
early
March
May.
26th, Logan Girardin said,
no more snowstorms.
I didn't say May. I just said April snowstorms.
Okay. Well, we don't need them in May.
No.
But we have had them in May, so.
But, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that Mother Nature always wins.
Yep, she does.
So,
when she wants to get nasty, she just gets nasty. But.
And if we need to adjust our 5-step program timing-wise, that's not an issue. It might just push a couple steps a little bit closer to each other, which isn't going to hurt anything. It might make folks mow a little bit more frequent, but
that's okay.
Dave loves mowing more frequent though, from what I hear.
Yeah, from what I hear too.
It's my life in the summer, it seems like, which I think a lot of people do enjoy mowing once you get started. And it's just one of those jobs that you can kind of see as you go that you're getting something done. That's kind of satisfying in the world today, where some days we spend all day working and wonder when we walk out the door what we got done. And it's kind of nice to just be able to see those rows where you mowed, and it always looks pretty nice after you mow. It's kind of satisfying.
Yeah, absolutely. So the cool thing with what we do at Arrowseed is we actually do a lot for golf courses and city departments and schools and stuff too. But we actually do sell a fair amount of growth regulator, which you can have the nicest looking yard and you can mow it if you want, but you put a growth regulator on it, you don't have to mow it as often, and you can still water it just the same.
Really?
Yeah. That's a lifesaver. If you're going to be gone for a while in the summer and you don't want to deal with somebody coming in and mowing for you, put some growth regulator on it, and it'll give you like 3 to 4 weeks of minimal growth, but still stay green and growing.
And so when you come home, you don't have
a jungle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's something to think about.
So, that's be kind of thinking about that this summer.
Okay.
If you're going to be gone for a while, or, maybe you're going to be laid up with a planned surgery or whatever, you can put the growth regulator. It's called Governor. So you can put growth regulator on it, and as long as you can keep it watered, it doesn't grow.
Huh.
It's weird. You water it and keep it watered to not grow.
But it stays healthy.
It stays healthy.
And it just minimizes the growth, but the roots and all of that, the health's okay.
Yep. So they do that a lot on golf courses. Maybe they have some rough areas that they don't really want to maintain,
right, so
to speak. So you can use it on your yard.
That's good to know.
Yeah. So, Brent, I would suggest putting some of that on your yard so your neighbor doesn't send you any more mowing bills.
Yeah,
it'd pay for itself. It'd pay for itself real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dave.
That kind of
but here's my thing. That's not going to deter Bernie from coming over.
He'll just set the mower shorter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He doesn't care if he actually cuts grass or not. He's just going to come over so he can send me a bill.
Put tracks through the yard because.
Make sure you leave tire tracks.
Yep.
Anything else, sir?
Oh, I think that pretty well covers it. Be getting in gear for all your spring stuff, whether that's gardening or lawn or all of the above.
And I would imagine the soil's going to really be ready for some planting out in the country once the snow goes away.
Absolutely. It's going to be primed and ready. Get the oats in the ground, get your cover crops in the ground, pasture grass, irrigated grass. I mean, it's time.
It's going to go.
Don't look out the window right now and think that it's time.
But it will be.
But give it just a few days and it'll be it'll be roaring and ready to go.
All right, Logan, thanks a lot. Arrow Seeds open today. They were closed yesterday. Be careful getting there, but you can get there safely. And maybe talk about some of the things that we've talked about here this morning for spring. Thanks, Logan.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Right after the weather and news, Brent will have another update on postponements and closings. Stay tuned.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Special Report.
This is a tragedy.
Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott after a container ship hit a support at the base of the Francis Scott Key Bridge and sent it plunging into the Patapsco River in pieces. At least 2 people have been rescued. One is in very serious condition. Others are missing. Correspondent Nicole Skanga is near the scene.
Rescue teams are looking for up to 7 people who may be in the river, along with an unknown number of vehicles. Water temperatures at the time were 48 degrees, putting anyone in the water at risk for hypothermia.
They say sonar has confirmed cars and trucks in the river. For now, local traffic is being diverted. CBS's Chris Van Cleve says today's collapse will have a major impact.
You have about 31,000 vehicles cross that bridge every day. It is one of the 3 ways you get across Baltimore Harbor. The other 2 are tunnels.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen on Monday announced he has ordered a second deployment of members of the Nebraska National Guard and Nebraska State Patrol to Texas to help respond to the ongoing crisis along the U.S. border with Mexico. Governor Pillen said, quote, every state is a border state, and what happens along our nation's southern border affects us right here in Nebraska. We're seeing record amounts of fentanyl and heroin flood into our communities as Mexican cartels take advantage of the disastrous border policies of the federal government. The mission is being organized in response to a request for emergency assistance from the state of Texas. The request was made through the Emergency Management Assistance Compact, which is an agreement among states to send personnel and resources to assist with disasters in other states. And that's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from Major League Baseball, where LA Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani addressed the media for the first time since the betting scandal involving his interpreter broke. Ohtani, who read from a prepared statement and didn't take any questions, claims he has never bet nor asked anyone to ever bet on sporting events for him, and that it was his former interpreter that lied and stole money from him to pay off the interpreter's gambling debts. In the NBA, Nuggets knock off the Grizzlies 128-103, so Denver now has a 1-game lead on Idle Oklahoma City, game-and-a-half lead on Idle Minnesota for the top record in the Western Conference. Celtics lose to the Hawks 120-118. Atlanta was down 30. They come back to knock off the top team in the league. Boston dropping to 57-15 on the year. Suns lose to the Spurs 104-102. Pacers knock off the Clippers 133-116. Kings down the 76ers 108-96. And the Rockets won their 9th in a row, beating the Trailblazers 110-92.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A blizzard warning continues until 7 a.m. today. Sunshine expected today with daytime highs approaching 30. Northwest winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. Mainly clear tonight, lows around 7 above. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Tomorrow, highs level off around 38. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
They grow up so fast, and soon enough they're off to college. But as time goes by, the cost of tuition continues to rise. You know that college is important, but the expenses may seem out of reach. Edward Jones can help. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Janet Lawhorn. Let's work together to help you tackle growing college expenses. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to schedule an appointment. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
8:06, here's Brent with changes due to the weather.
All right, I hit the refresh button, so here we go. And some Alberta public schools are closed today. Ansley Community Blood Drive, which was scheduled for today, that now has been canceled. Ansley Public Schools are now closed today. Arnold schools are closed. BD in Broken Bow planning to open at 10 o'clock this morning. The Broken Bow Handy Bus will not run today. Broken Bow schools are now closed today. Burwell Public Schools are closed. Callaway Medical Clinic planning to open at 10 o'clock this morning. Callaway Public Schools are closed. Central Community College Learning Centers in Lexington and Ord both planning to open at 10 o'clock this morning. Central Nebraska Medical Clinic in Broken Bow planning to open at 10 a.m. Custer County Courthouse and Judicial Center in Broken Bow opening at noon. The Custer County Board of Supervisors meeting will be at 2 o'clock today. First Interstate Bank in Callaway planning to open at noon today. Let's see some other announcements. Litchfield Public Schools are closed today. Loop City Public Schools are closed. Loop County Schools in Taylor closed today. No school, no activities. Mid-Plains Community College Broken Bow campus is closed today. Nebraska Plastics in Cozad, they'll start 10 a.m. today. So 10 a.m. start for Nebraska Plastics workers in Cozad. Ord Public Schools closed today. Overton School still showing a 10 o'clock start. Prairie Eye Care Center in Broken Bow is planning to open at 10 o'clock this morning. The Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow is closed. No home deliveries. Sandhills Public School in Dunning still showing a 10 o'clock start. Buses run accordingly. Sargent Public Schools are closed today. Stapleton schools are now closed. And SEM is closed for school today.
All right, Brent, thank you. And thanks to our sponsors who bring you these updates. Custer Public Power, Ansley Lumber and Supply, Hunter's Towing, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body, making our updates available to you today and in other days that we have had these situations. 10 degrees right now, colder than it's been all morning long under a sunny sky. That's the good news. Winds out of the north, 15 to 25. Barometric pressures at 29.81 and rising. Humidity at 80%. We picked up 400s precipitation as of 7 o'clock this morning, 24-hour total. So that tells us that, yes, we didn't really have anything going on till late afternoon into the early evening as far as snowfall goes yesterday. But we did have that 7,500s in the 24-hour period before that. So we added that to our total for the month, and we're now at an inch 27 for the month, which is a good thing. High yesterday was 23, an overnight low of 12, but now at 10 degrees. We estimated 3.5 to 4 inches of snow here. As Brent mentioned, some reports up in the Anselmo area of up to 8 inches. A lot of scooping going on out there, Brent. And
yes.
We have an expert here that can maybe talk a little bit about maybe bending our knees and warming up before we scoop. Who is this guy?
He looks like Derek.
Derek.
Is Derek Lenuski here?
Yep, that's a heck of a guess.
All right. Team Physical Therapy here. Now listen, when we get to late March, which is what we're in, I'm expecting to talk to you about spring activities and getting outside and playing golf and all that stuff.
Yep, we should be talking about, being careful when you're gardening and
yes,
digging in the dirt, that type of thing, but I guess it's Nebraska. We scoop snow.
I was going to say, instead, we're going to talk probably slips, trips, and falls, and balance, and scooping snow.
Yeah. Same thing as always. Dave pretty much hit it on the head. Warm up.
Yeah.
Use your knees, not your back. You were asking me if I had a snowblower earlier, if I was scooping it. If you're anything like me, you need to come to PT because your foot hurts from kicking the thing so many times because it won't start on these cold mornings. But
that Derek, and I've found I'd never really used a snowblower much until just recently, and they're a little work to run. I mean, I think a lot of people think that a snowblower just makes it like, a self-propelled mower out in the lawn. There's a little more work to it than that. And you can bend and twist a lot, moving it side to side and turning it around. And
yeah, even on these cold mornings, I went out and did it this morning and came back in with a pretty good sweat just from doing it. But for sure, quicker than using a shovel.
Oh,
but
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, you still have to work with it.
Yeah. Well, we'll want everybody to be careful because there's a lot of ice under this snow, and the roads are slick, sidewalks are going to be slick, and
yeah. I noticed just coming down here, the roads were still pretty slick, and Just not going out if you don't have to. And if you do, you walk like a penguin, wear good shoes. You really don't want to fall. And if you do, you know where to come and we can help you feel better. But
speaking of shoes, that's a good point, because a lot of times we might have a pair of shoes that are comfortable and warm, but might not have the tread on the bottom that we need to have, because shoes can really be slick.
Yeah, for sure. And I notice that's one of my problems when I'm doing our driveway. I kind of mentioned to you guys that it's steep. Well, I wear boots that are warm, but they have absolutely no traction on them. Yeah. So I'm just slipping around and just making life way harder for myself. But yeah, good shoe wear is always important. Making sure if you do have to be out and about, that you're being as safe as possible and not gonna slip on any ice anywhere.
Yeah. Outside of the weather, because it's going to change this afternoon, we're going to get a break, and I think maybe a little moisture moving back in sometime during the Easter weekend. But that's the way it's going to be this time of year. March is a little bit iffy that way, and even April. But we're going to have some nice days as well. What are some of the other things that are keeping you busy at Team Physical Therapy right now?
Just a lot of, not in the last few days, but the last couple weeks, it has been getting nicer. So people out in the garage, out in the yard, starting to do more things. And I think when Rachel was here a couple weeks ago, she kind of touched on it, but, just kind of easing your way back into things and not feeling like, oh, the garage is messy and there's all these boxes and stuff. I need to do it all right now. If you have been like me and most of the winter you just sit on your couch and watch football, maybe ease your way back into getting a little more active, and always a good warm-up, even just walking around, maybe light stretching, doing the lighter stuff first and kind of working your way up to it. But yeah, we see people that are starting projects and you're painting so your shoulder's sore, or you're moving stuff so your back's sore. And then, of course, it's track season, and there's always a fair share of injuries that come with that, just kind of from doing a new sport, and a lot of running that maybe people haven't been, or maybe the kids haven't been doing. So we're busy with lots of different things. But
all right. I know that you work with a lot of people who have surgeries, shoulders, hips, knee replacements, and I know you guys always talk about maybe doing a little bit of therapy before you have the surgery, and then, of course, afterwards is right, and you guys are right in the middle of that, too.
Yep. And, that kind of depends on what's hurt, and, something like a knee replacement, for sure, we like to see people at least a time or two before surgery and make sure we get them going on exercises and kind of show them, because, the way the surgery works afterwards, you might feel like your thigh muscle isn't quite working right. And so if you know exactly how to do the exercises beforehand, it really makes it easier for like that connection from your brain to your muscles to get the muscles firing. And then just range of motion, and as much, as if you can be as strong as possible before surgery, you're going to be, starting off that much better after surgery. And I'd say we see that a lot. People come in and, oh, my shoulder's been bothering me for 2 months and it just hasn't seemed to get better. And, sometimes we try our best to fix it, but if nothing else, we get you stronger, get your motion better. And then if it does need surgery or whatever the case is, we're kind of already a step ahead of the game there. So
yeah. But some farmers and ranchers that I know might come in and say, this shoulder's been bothering me for about 3 years. But I didn't want to stop and take a chance that I'd have to have the surgery. So I'm thinking, unfortunately, their motion and the actual strength might be lessened just because they've been babying it for a long time.
Yeah. We see that quite a bit. Probably, with shoulders, backs, knees. And people will come in and say, you ask them like, oh, well, when did this back pain start? And it's like, oh, when I was 23 and now they're 60. And you're like, well, probably not going to fix anything, but we can get you stronger, improve range of motion. And if you do those two things, you almost always function better and feel a little bit better. So we can always at least help you kind of get on the right track with stuff.
I'm sure that's a true story. And I think one of the things that happens too is when after they have the surgery and they went through the rehab and the swelling and the pain and all that sort of thing, they go, man, I wish I would have did that a long time ago because I feel much better now. And sometimes that pain threshold, people don't even realize how much pain they're in until it goes away, right?
Yeah, for sure. And using total knees as an example again, that's generally always the case is, the first week is kind of rough and people are not always glad they did it. But then you get past that and almost everyone is like, yeah, this feels better than it has for 20 years. I wish I would have done it sooner.
Yeah. Well, you guys are ready to help, and you've got clinics all over the area. So anybody within the sound of our voice, stop into one of the clinics near you, which here in Broken Bow and Burwell, and where else, Derek?
Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney.
All right, there you go. There you go.
Pretty much accept walk-ins at all of them whenever. If you just have a question, you can stop by or call us. We can either get you seen or tell you what we need to do to get you seen if you need to see the doctor first, just kind of depending on insurance things. But
Now, here's a kind of a personal question. You mentioned that you probably sit around and watch football a little bit too much this winter, like a lot of people. Now, March Madness is underway, but there's also been a lot of wrestling taking place. I'm guessing you've been watching the wrestling.
Yeah, so I'm going to brag for a little bit. We do a family pool. You pick the winners of each weight, and you get, if you pick the number 1 seed, it costs you more than if you pick the lower seed. Whatever. I won that by a lot, so I need to rub that into my family's face for a little bit. But, I'm a huge Husker anything fan. Huskers did pretty well. Probably could have done better, but March Madness wise, I filled out a bracket, but basically just based on name recognition, and I don't really know much.
I don't either, Derek, but I know that there's a lot of people that are disappointed after the first round because there's always upsets with basketball, just like in wrestling, I guess.
Yep.
So, all right, well, I'm glad that you made it in and hope you get back to the shop safely, and thanks for taking time to talk to us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, we'll take a time out with these words here on The Breakfast Show.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-230-2777. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-230-2777. That's 800-230-2777. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. 800-230-2777.
The Blizzard Bracket Challenge at Dairy Queen in Broken Bow is underway. For 12 days, one Blizzard squares off against another, and the fans decide who advances. The new Summer Blizzard flavors are part of the bracket. Try the all-new peanut butter cookie dough, the ultimate cookie, brownie batter, and the picnic peach cobbler blizzard, and many more. Pick up your bracket today and get your taste buds ready. On April 5th, the winner is crowned. April 8th from 2 to 4, everyone grabs a free blizzard of the championship flavor. Stop by and grab your bracket while they last. Happy tastes good.
Spring sports gear-up time is here. And where better to find your gear than Gear for Sports in Broken Bow? Woo! Say that 5 times fast. Stop in often to keep up on what's available. And follow their Facebook page for the deal of the day. Always worth a look. Savings could be on shoes, shorts, Under Armour, or maybe even their new line of Twisted X or Cinch products. Remember, if there's something you can't find, talk to Scott and he'll do his best to get it. Open Monday to Friday 10 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4. Ready for track, baseball, and softball. Gear for Sports, Broken Bow.
Rise and shine.
All right.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
8:21, we'll be hearing from Big Iron. Mark Stock coming up. Also, Jenny M. Melham Hospital is here, and the CEO is out in the lobby. Kyle Kellum is here, and I want to ask him questions about a hot tub up at the hospital. I noticed I noticed on one of the doors it said tub room, and I assumed that was a hot tub room.
Wow.
I'd like to know more about that.
Okay. I just see a change here on our announcements. Sandhills Public School in Dunning now showing closed today. So Sandhills Public Schools in Dunning now closed today.
All right, thank you very much. And folks, always check Sandhills Express on the closings page. It'll also scroll across the page, keep you updated in the meantime before we get back to reading those for you. Here's Mark Stock.
Well, hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing great with their March Madness brackets. Not me so much. No, I lost right out of the chute, and I'm not faring very well. But what we are faring well at here, folks, is the number of auctions of land, machinery, and livestock that we've been conducting here on Big Iron. In fact, the last couple of weeks, we sold a lot of real estate. There was several pivot irrigated quarters that were sold in Wheeler County, Nebraska here March the 7th, and those prices ranged for $9,050 for the majority of that land, $9,150 for 240 acres pivot irrigated land. We've also sold some land here recent in Greeley County, Nebraska, 5 different tracts. Once again, pivot irrigated land bringing $10,000 an acre and $9,600 an acre. That land was located between Greeley, Nebraska, and Cedar Rapids, Nebraska. We sold 80 acres of land in Gage County, Nebraska by Claytonia for $5,800 an acre here just the last couple days. We also sold some really nice properties in Pettis County, Missouri, and the price there ranged anywhere from $9,600 to $7,750 for dry cropland. That was all sold to the highest bidder. We'll be selling some land, folks, in the upcoming days as well. So if you are in the market for looking some real estate or adding to your operation, please go to the Big Iron website. One of the auctions getting a tremendous amount of attention, and it should because it's really, really nice, is the big ranch that we're selling in Banner County, Nebraska for George and Kathleen Van Pelt. 3 different tracts, folks. Tract 1, 2,978 acres. That features a really nice facility of calving, plus a 5-bedroom home and a 300-acre private lake. So not only does it have wonderful grazing and calving facilities, but the lake is just right outside your house. So something scenic, you got to check it out. This land located by Harrisburg, Nebraska. There's also Tract 2 is 2,039 acres, and Tract 3 is a 40-acre parcel that will be selling. So please check out this property that sells to the highest bidder here on April the 12th. You can get a hold of the real estate agents by going to bigiron.com. Click on the real estate tab and click on upcoming auctions, and you'll see the property selling to the highest bidder in Banner County in a couple weeks here on April the 12th. Now let's run down some of the auctions that will take place today and this week. The Martin Satterwaite retirement sale is today at 10 o'clock, 24 high-quality items. The Kim Jolly estate sale is also today at 11 o'clock. You want to be watching that good quality equipment sale, a lot of four-wheel drive tractors and combines. Then we have an acreage auction that will sell at 1 o'clock this afternoon with some really nice property in Minnesota. We do have a livestock sale that is taking place today at 1 o'clock with some really nice Red Angus second calf bred heifers selling out of Scribner, Nebraska. Over by Dodge, Nebraska, we got some black cows, black and red bred cows also being sold. And we've also got a really nice lineup of animals selling in Arnold, Nebraska, folks. There are some Red Angus open replacement heifers that will sell for Nathan Mills and Kendra Veers. So please check out these high-quality animals that will sell to the highest bidder online on bigiron.com today. And tomorrow, folks, 3,807 farm, construction, and transportation items will sell to the highest online bidder in 2 auction rings. Ring 1 starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, and boy, is there some unbelievable equipment. AgriVision Equipment Group, LLC, various locations across Iowa, one of the featured sellers. Alliance Tractor, LLC, with various locations in Newton, Illinois. Brent Farms LLC retirement sale is in Aruba, Colorado. And boy, I tell you what, do they have nice machinery. In Bayard, Nebraska is the Craig Henkel retirement sale. They have got some late model Case IH equipment, 78 items altogether selling on their sale. Haig Implement is in Wilmar, Minnesota. They've got some really nice machinery. Hoppy Irrigation will have several center pivots loaded on a trailer being sold to the highest bidder here on tomorrow's sale. Also in Dubuque, Colorado, Caleb Julius has their auction. The Meyer Beef and Grain LLC retirement sales in Hitchcock, Oklahoma. We've also got Mitchell Equipment Sale in Atkinson, Nebraska. Folks, they have 3 2022 late model Case IH planters. These are 24-row planters that will sell. Nebraska Public Power District will have their fleet vehicle and equipment sale also on Wednesday, March the 27th. Platte Valley Equipment with locations in Meade, Nebraska, and Humphrey, Nebraska. They're using the Big Iron website, and they are selling, get this, folks, a sprayer that has very little time, a 2022 John Deere 616R self-propelled sprayer. That machine located in Fremont, Nebraska. It will sell on Wednesday to the highest bidder. This machine, folks, has only 558 hours on the tack. Sun State Equipment Company is selling equipment on Wednesday. Van Wall Equipment, big John Deere dealership across Iowa. Big sale here on March the 27th. Verba Rental Retirement Sale is in Schuyler, Nebraska, folks. That sale here on Wednesday, March the 27th, has John Deere skid track steers and also some mini excavators. Some of these have less than 10 hours on them. You'll have to check it out. Ring number 2 then starts at 11 o'clock, folks, and boy, oh boy, is there nice machinery and equipment selling on that sale. On the 28th, we've got land selling in Polk County, Nebraska. We have a big retirement sale for Unruh Hay Company in Copeland, Kansas. We have the Tim and Kathy Carl Bloom retirement sale in Jeffers, Minnesota. That sale on also Thursday, March the 28th. And on Friday is the David and Betty Pullins retirement sale. Their equipment located in Alexandria, Missouri. As you can tell, folks, Big Iron is selling a tremendous amount of machinery all across the United States. So if you are looking to upgrade any of your machinery, now is the time to scroll through the equipment and contact the owners. We always publish their name and their phone number so you can give them a call. We always publish the Big Iron Reps' name and phone number so you can give them a call and look at the pictures and the video footage of every item that is being sold. We so much appreciate everybody's business. We're so grateful and we are so blessed. And speaking of being blessed, you know, it is Holy Week this week. So we hope everybody really gets the most out of this Easter very, very special week throughout our calendar year. And we only wish the best for everybody. We want to thank all the bidders, all the buyers, and all the sellers. And if you've got equipment, if you've got land, if you've got livestock you would like to sell, please pick up the phone and call us. Our phone number is 1-800-937-3558. That's 1-800-WE-SELL-8. Thank you.
Unlock the door to endless project possibilities at Ansley Lumber and Supply, where local service meets ag material convenience. Fencing post options include creosote and copper. Of course, they have staple guns and staples for fence repair, too. Gallagher fencers and accessories are on hand, and don't forget they're an authorized DeWalt dealer. Keep warm and clear the snow with shovels, hand and foot warmers, and ice melt. And keep it comfortable inside with their blow-in insulation and trailer. For the smaller projects, go with spray foam for around windows and cracks. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
Happy Easter from Barney Health Mart in Broken Bow. Save on delicious Russell Stover and Baker's chocolates. They are 10% off. For the kids, there are plenty of toys to pick from for Easter, marked at 20% off. Also at 20% off are gifts and decor. Yes, that includes gorgeous Montana silversmith items featuring a great selection of cross necklaces and earrings. Open Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and Saturday, 8:30 to 12:30. Varney Health Mart, Broken Bow.
8:31, and as promised, we have representatives from the Jenny Melham Hospital here. That's a squeaky mic you have there.
I guess, yeah. Excuse me.
Yes. Well, very exciting, because I've been wanting to Well, I actually went into Kyle Kellum's office a couple weeks ago. He was in a very important meeting of some sort over the phone.
I hope you didn't interrupt it.
Well, I was going to, but he was talking to somebody, and it was one of those important calls.
Yeah.
And I had a question for him, so I'm so glad he's here today so I can ask him about it. Kyle, how you doing?
Really good, Dave. Thanks for having us.
You bet. Kyle Kellum, Jenny M. Melham Hospital, and Jen Schaaf is here. Jen, how you doing?
Yeah, good morning. I'm doing well, thanks.
You used to be a regular on the show.
I did. It's been a while. It's probably a good thing for your listeners. So.
Oh, no. It's good to have you, and it's always a pleasure to see you. Where do we want to start? We're digging ourselves out here this March day. It's spring, doesn't feel like it, but I'm sure you guys have been busy no matter what the weather's been doing at the hospital and clinics and so forth. Jen, maybe I should start with you, because when you started coming in here, you, as I remember, it was in the basement of a pharmacy, and you were like Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. You were down there with this bowl, and you were mixing up these different things in a bowl. And look where you are today.
Right. Yes. So I did start out, I did love compounding, retail compounding. Did quite a few years in the retail world. And then I'm sure everybody remembers when Shopco closed, and I took a leap at the hospital, and I've not looked back. It's been the best move for me, for the community, I think. I'm always trying to serve the community, and what better way than to help the hospital and keep that open for our surrounding area too. So I don't work in the pharmacy anymore, but I still do love getting my hands and mixing things. So right now I'm in the quality department, and so I do a lot of quality improvement projects and compliance, risk management. But I still dabble in pharmacy.
Okay. So basically, what you do is totally separated from the pharmacy now, other than that you like to probably go see Steph and visit about pharmacy things.
Yes. Yeah, the hospital is in great hands with Stephanie Watovic. She's our pharmacist. She took over for me when I accepted the role in quality. It turns out that I have a personality that I just drive things forward and want to keep making continual improvements. So that's my personality. So somebody recognized that and said, you'd be perfect for this job.
Well, that's not a real surprise, Jen, knowing you as long as we have, but we can understand that completely. I'm sure that makes Kyle very happy to have somebody that's so enthusiastic in that position.
Oh, it's fantastic. Jen does a great job, and she says that she's only in the quality department, right? I'm in quality. Jen does everything. Don't let her kid you. She even gives really good advice on when to go get drugs when you're sick, so that's helpful. But she is a true jack of all trades at the hospital.
Yeah. It's great to have somebody like that, isn't it?
Yes.
Because you always have ebbs and flows with available labor and so forth, and to know that you have somebody that is willing to step in and keep things moving, that's huge.
Yes, it's a big piece of the hospital for any organization, and we're very fortunate to have Jen. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was really good to see Steph here a couple weeks ago. That brings me to, I just want to compliment the hospital staff. Joan went up. I can say this because I can break HIPAA rules because she's my wife, right? So I can talk about it. But she had...
We're going to need you to sign this real quick first.
Yes, sure. Hold on. Consent. Call Joan.
We'll be back right after this commercial break while Dave signs paperwork.
Hey, Billy Bales has talked about it on Party Line 2 or 3 times, so it's out in the open. But she had a knee replacement, her second one, and both have been here because you can get a knee replacement surgery done here, and that's fantastic because you're close to home and you're home in a couple of days. But while you're there, you eat good, you're treated well, people really take good care of you. I just wanted to compliment everybody that we ran into and had service from. Kyle, it was fantastic.
It's good to hear. You said 2 things in there. You eat well and you're treated well. Both things that Jen's in charge of is our patient experience and our dietary departments. So I always say this, it's a great crew up there. we're just very, very fortunate to have the quality of people in the organization that we do. Yeah.
Smart, caring, committed nurses. When I first started at the hospital, I was in the pharmacy world, and I felt like I'm the donut hole, and our nurses are the entire donut. Like, they know how to do a lot of things, and the services that we provide up there are, it's amazing. A small community can have the services that we have, the knee replacements. We do hysterectomies up there. We have an infusion center up there. You can get your chemo up there. Like, there's just a lot of services that we offer locally, so you don't have to drive that hour, 2 hours to get your medical care.
Well, that's huge if you're under chemo treatment and not having that road time, because energy is short when you're on chemo. In a lot of cases, it's so wonderful to be able to not have to go an hour or two on the road.
Yeah, especially when you don't feel good.
You don't feel good, yeah. So, I just thought that both times that we've went through that, it's just been great. And you've got good people there. It always amazes me because you have your nurses that are, right there when you need them and do a great job. And then there's maybe somebody that's doing something else in some other service, and they just drop by and ask, is there anything you guys need? If you need anything, I might be able to take care of it. I'll go get a nurse. It's just a team effort.
Yeah.
So I think, Kyle, that's got to be really fun for you.
It's really nice. On Fridays I get to walk around and talk to the patients and hear from them directly of how it's going and if we can do anything for them. And it's consistently overwhelming the support and the kudos that they're given to our nursing team and our entire organization. So, yes, it's very pleasing to hear.
Now, Jen, if you're kind of involved in the dietary side of things, I got to tell you, the fish was really good. It was just it was spicy. It was almost Cajun, maybe. Did you ever try any of that? It's got a little twang to it.
Tia is our dietary manager. She's been there for a little over a year, and she has, not that our dietary department was bad, but she has brought in new ideas and new ways to cook. She's got another dietary manager on staff as well, and so they really have stepped up the game on the food in the hospital. It brings a whole new meaning to hospital food. So.
Well, yes, and by the way, the price is right.
It is, yes, very affordable. You had touched on patient experience, and I don't know if a lot of people know this, but if you spend time in our hospital as an inpatient, you get mailed a survey. And that survey comes from a third-party vendor. A lot of people just throw it in the trash, but when we do get those surveys back, we actually use that to drive our quality improvement efforts. So if you had a good experience, we want to hear about it. If you had a bad experience, we want to hear about it too, because that we can't fix what we don't know is broken. Mm-hmm. So tell us how your stay was. What do you think could have been better? How could we have treated you better? And that's how we drive our quality improvement and get better at what we do.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Now, I hope I'm not getting anybody in trouble here, and I don't think I am, because Cindy Hempstead is also up front there, and we've known Cindy forever, and she's just a great gal. And
yes,
and she can sing, she can dance, she can do it all. But I was sitting there, and I was thinking, it used to be, McMean Physical Therapy used to be in the basement years ago, over on more of the east end of the building. Down in the basement, that's where it got started. Look what they've done with So I'm thinking, does the basement go all the way from there over to where the elevator was across from my wife? Because I saw somebody come out of an elevator, and I thought, where are they coming from? What are they doing down there? That's an elevator. It goes down in the basement. And I'm thinking, I'd like to go down there and take a look around.
It's like a whole nother city down there.
It's huge. Because I asked Cindy about it, and she says, well, when I get off work at 4:30, I'll just come down here and take you down there and show you around. So I got a tour.
Nice.
Of the shipping department and all the things that go on down there. Really, that sounds a little goofy, but when you see something like that doesn't get seen very often, it makes you realize how many things are going on at the hospital, freight coming in and out, and all the things that come in there that have to be supplied to go upstairs to the hospital. It's pretty amazing, really. I got a big kick out of it, Kyle.
Yeah, it really is. It's quite an operation. You know, it takes an entire team, and so the delivery trucks are coming yesterday. You know, we were looking at what time the food truck would be there. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to make it yesterday. But I mean, it's just there's always deliveries coming in to supply the hospital in order to supply the patients.
Yeah,
yeah.
All the room with all of the heating and pipes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed, Kyle, and I'd like maybe to have you give me a tour. I'm really interested in the generator.
The generator.
If you take me down there, because that door was locked. I didn't get to see the generator.
Yeah. Yeah, we try to keep that locked to keep Dave out. It's quite a room, though. You saw the boiler room with all the pipes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's impressive.
Nice bathrooms down there, too.
And it's bright down there.
It's very bright.
As opposed to the old basement, which is its own city, like Kyle said. And you don't go down there without a buddy or your cell phone flashlight, because if the lights go out down there, you're
It's
sitting
dark.
duck. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of floor space, a lot of maintenance, and I know that you've got good maintenance people as well. You got to have that. You got to have the generator. You have to be going when the power goes off and all those things.
Yeah. You know, they test throughout the year the generators to make sure they're going to kick on when they should, and you know that's a regular test so that if something were to happen, things just pick up just like normal. Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Brent, you have any questions about the generator or anything like that?
Well, I guess not. I almost had something to say about people locking doors to keep Dave out of places, but we won't go there.
Maybe next time, huh?
Yeah, maybe next time. What was there a topic you guys wanted to address that maybe we haven't gotten to yet?
I think the one thing that would be good for us to talk about is our electronic health record project. So as we mentioned, that Jen is the jack of all trades, and she has taken this project on full steam, and we're going to be moving to a new electronic health record system. So I'm going to let Jen talk about that and what that means for the patients and the community.
Yeah, so the electronic health record, of course, not long ago, but, you know, probably within the last 10, 15 years, the drive was to get everybody's health records electronically to make that information sharing better for patients. And so we have what we call Paragon as our electronic health record. It is a little bit behind, and so we're doing a whole bunch of updates to it. So it's going to be almost like a brand new health record, but within that, it's going to improve patient experience. We're going to have resource scheduling, which is where patients can schedule their appointments, but if they need to go to lab first before they see specialty clinic, that will all be in one central location. So it should be a smoother experience for the patient, but there's a lot of moving parts and pieces to it, and every department in the hospital won't be untouched by this project, but it will improve patient safety. We're building order sets and clinical pathways so that people receive the same care. If you come in for chest pain, we're going to treat you the same way each time until we decipher that it's different. So it's going to be a smart system too. Not AI yet, but it's going to improve things quite a bit.
Advancement. Jen, does that help too with folks? Because sometimes you have to send them somewhere else. Will that help share medical records with other places, or is it just in-house?
Right now, it's just in-house. I mean, there's a clearinghouse where, we can look up information and share information, but it's not transmitted directly yet at this point. But it does transmit to a central clearinghouse so that other facilities can see the information.
And share that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, because really, if you've went through the process before, and it has to be done, but I mean, I don't know how, if you go to 3 different specialists, you're going to have to tell them you're a man 3 different times.
and that is the truth. And it's, we have our specialty clinic doctors that come in, and they have their own systems that they document in, but we're able to extract that information from their systems and put it into our systems so that we can have a continuum of care there. So the electronic health record, while it is sometimes a headache, it really is beneficial for patient care and quality of care.
That's fantastic. And Kyle, I know you've been head of other hospitals. Where do we fit in there? Is this something you've seen before? Is this new to you, or?
No, this will be my 5th go live with an electronic health record system. And when you upgrade to this extent, as Jen said, it's a huge benefit to patient care and patient safety. There's checks within the system to make sure that the drug-to-drug interactions are appropriate, make sure that you're giving the appropriate drug. If you're not, it'll throw a red flag at you. There's efficiency pieces. We talked about going downstairs, right, where our materials management is, where all the supplies come in. There's par levels now that we can put in there to monitor when things are used. Hey, now we need to go fill this. All of that's done electronically. So huge efficiencies for the organization. But most importantly, it's a massive upgrade for our patient safety. Yeah, so it's great.
It's in the works then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to go live in
August 19th. So that's the day. So we have a lot of education pieces that we have to get out to staff, and yeah, it's going to be a good time. But, and the whole supply management piece is going to be huge. You don't want to be out of a chest tube when you need one. So it's going to make sure that we're always prepared for those emergencies should they arise. So, and that's a whole nother topic. We have a whole team that prepares for emergencies. We have pallets of water and food, and so if there is a mass casualty, we're ready for it.
Yeah,
So.
I saw the water on the pallets down there. And I think sometimes we forget that hospitals have to be ready for, well, I hate to use the word, but disasters or catastrophes. You have to be prepared for that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We have to do tabletop exercises, live drills on an annual basis to make sure that we're preparing appropriately if something should happen, God forbid, Yeah.
Well, Kyle, I've been around generators quite a bit because we have one out back here. If you want me to come and inspect that generator, I'd be very happy to do
Well,
that.
I think we're about due. I'm glad you offered. We could really use that. J.D. White is the head of our facilities up there, and I'm sure he'd be more than happy to have you take that over.
It's not just that I just want to see it. I can inspect it for you.
Just don't touch anything.
I can inspect it, but I can't touch it.
Right.
That's probably a good idea, Jen.
There you go. Quality control.
Yes, quality control.
She's always on.
There you go.
She's always on.
Jen's on it, man.
She's always thinking, yeah. All right. Well, this is all exciting, I think, information that you guys have provided, and it just shows that you don't stand still in any business, but certainly in the healthcare side of things, you got to stay up to speed, right?
Try hard.
Yeah.
Every day.
Absolutely. Sometimes that even goes with getting a new tub room.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I will go for a few walks around the hospital because it's a great place to walk inside there. And that's when I stopped to see Kyle because I had seen a lot of the times I would see 4 employees only, and that was really frustrated me. I wanted to go and look around, but I didn't. I didn't go in any place I wasn't supposed to. But there was one that had a tub room, and I thought, I've been trying for a long time to get off-Broadway assisted living to let me use their hot tub. And I have not had any luck there. They just kind of shunned me off.
I don't know why.
I thought, Kyle and I kind of hit it off first time we met, and I know Jen really well. So, and staff, and all the nurses, we seem to get along fine. And I thought maybe I'd be able to go up there sometime and use the hot tub. Is that what that room is?
It's not a hot tub, unfortunately. But I will tell you, we have a new tub for that room.
Oh,
so
you
the
do?
tub room is getting a new tub.
Ah.
Yep. So it doesn't quite get to the 101 degrees like a hot tub maybe.
Yeah.
Because it's not a hot tub. But other than that, it's going to be fantastic, Dave.
It's brand new?
Brand new.
And it has like a door like you're getting in the car.
So you can walk in.
Yes, you can walk right in, sit down, make yourself at home.
What do you get?
Is it like a whirlpool tub?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are, I hear, those are extremely nice.
Very nice.
So,
yeah. It's going to be fantastic.
And what beverages can you have when you're in that tub?
We serve a variety, Dave. We do everything from water to tea and coffee.
Grape juice.
Grape juice.
Lemonade, maybe?
Lemonade,
okay.
Yeah. Now, if you can't bring anything in to mix with those drinks.
Not hard lemonade, but lemonade.
Lemonade.
Yeah.
Can I bring my snorkel with me?
Oh, my.
Oh.
I now have a horrible picture in my mind of Dave walking into the tub room with a snorkel and goggles and flippers and his little duck floaty thing around his waist. That would be quite a sight.
That. Is there just the one tub room that I saw then?
Yeah.
So that'd be the location then.
That's the one.
All right.
I feel like, Jen, from a quality perspective, we may need to turn our cameras on and track Dave.
Yeah, that could be a publicity stunt of some sort.
I'd be happy to come on and dive in there for you when you get it.
Test it out.
You could be quality control of our
there
tub.
There we go.
You'll let me touch that.
You can touch that.
Oh, boy. Well, that's what I was going to ask you about when I just walked into your office. And by the way, I'm sorry I didn't see a secretary out front, so I just thought, well, I'll just walk in, and there you were doing an important, I suppose you were talking some sort of medical thing, and I felt bad.
No, don't feel bad. You're welcome anytime. I appreciate you stopping by.
I thought for a while you were playing bingo on the phone there, but it sounded really important. At first I thought, well, he's playing, there was a voice on the phone and they were talking back and forth, and I thought he was getting bingo numbers. But
Well, I had to let him know, hey, I had a visitor, so we got to stop playing bingo.
Yeah.
So we got to talk business.
Well, you got a great crew up there, and I assume that you're like everyone else. You have qualified people out there that want to come and apply. You'd welcome them to come in on all different facets of the hospital.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can check us out online, apply online there. We also list on Indeed. Our open positions are on the chamber website as well. So feel free to drop in or use any resource that you'd like to check out what we have. Okay. We're always hiring.
All right.
Absolutely.
Did we cover everything, Jen, or did we miss anything that you wanted to talk about?
I think we covered everything and more, including the tub.
Good. Good. You walk into it. Now, what happens when you have to drain it out before you open the door then?
Yes, that's recommended. We do have instructions for use if you would like to review those beforehand.
That would be good. If you could have one for me that's waterproof, that'd be helpful. Because if I'm snorkeling, I'll
Yes.
I can't wait. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you having us.
Well, come back. This has been fun.
Of course.
Always have fun.
This is fun.
Yeah.
It is fun. You'll have to keep us updated on the March Madness that you have going on over here.
Oh, yeah. Kyle's been looking at the Summer Blizzard Challenge at Dairy Queen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Today's matchup, by the way, what is today? 26th?
The Oreo matchup, right?
Yes. Ultimate Cookie versus Oreo.
Yeah, big matchup today, Dave.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a big one.
To vote for your favorite, go buy one. Or go online, I think.
Yep.
Well, if it isn't Reese Cups, I'm not really interested. You got to have the Reese Cup ones.
I'm with you. If there were to be a number one overall seed, I would actually pick Reese's peanut butter.
Would
cup.
you really?
And
I would do
choice.
Oreo.
I'm with Jen.
Oreo, really?
Yeah, I'm with Jen.
That and the banana split. That one's a good one.
You like
too.
those?
Yeah.
I could just imagine sitting in that hot tub having a banana split. That would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So we got an oldie but a goodie here on a CD. I know CDs are even getting old-fashioned now, but we're going to give it a try here. Show. We want to thank our sponsors, Custer Public Power District, Ansley Lumber and Supply, Hunter's Towing, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body. They're going to bring you another update following weather and news, which is coming up next on our breakfast show on a Tuesday.
This is April Good, proud to be with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. We know that many farmers are considering retirement soon and need an idea of the current market value for their farm, ranch, or recreational land for estate planning reasons. And with the green grass finally starting to show, now is a perfect time to take drone pictures and save them for future marketing. Call me, April Good, for a no-obligation market analysis and check us out at lashleyland.com.
Don't let a dry spell or a lackluster lawn get you down. Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair specializes in both revitalizing lawns and keeping them beautiful. Have them come to your home or business and worry about applying fertilizer with their 5-step program. Then sell the lawnmower and have them cruise by and take care of that too. To keep your lawn happy, ask about sprinkler repair and aeration. Licensed and insured, serving Custer County and beyond. 308-870-0348.
Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair, where the grass is always greener.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
CBS News special report. We're learning more about this morning's bridge collapse in Baltimore that plunged cars, at least one truck, and bridge workers into the Patapsco River. The Francis Scott Key Bridge gave way after a Singapore flag container ship hit a base support. CBS's Nicole Skanga from Dundalk, Maryland.
The U.S. Coast Guard had reported that the Dolly, the cargo ship, lost propulsion as it was leaving Baltimore Harbor, and that vessel notified the Maryland Department of Transportation that they had lost control of the vessel and an elision or a collision with the bridge was possible.
At least 2 people were rescued from the river. One is in very serious condition. Divers are searching for others. Fire Chief James Wallace.
We are still very much in an active search and rescue posture at this point, and we will continue to be for some time.
At last inspection, the bridge was rated in fair condition. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from Major League Baseball, where LA Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani addressed the media for the first time since the betting scandal involving his interpreter broke. Ohtani, who read from a prepared statement and didn't take any questions, claims he has never bet nor asked anyone to ever bet on sporting events for him, and that it was his former interpreter that lied and stole money from him to pay off the interpreter's gambling debts. In the NBA, Nuggets knock off the Grizzlies 128-103, so Denver now has a 1-game lead on Idle Oklahoma City, game-and-a-half lead on Idle Minnesota for the top record in the Western Conference. Celtics lose to the Hawks 120-118. Atlanta was down 30. They come back to knock off the top team in the league. Boston dropping to 57-15 on the year. Suns lose to the Spurs 104-102. Pacers knock off the Clippers 133-116. Kings down the 76ers 108-96. And the Rockets won their 9th in a row, beating the Trailblazers 110-92.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A blizzard warning continues until 7 a.m. today. Sunshine expected today with daytime highs approaching 30. Northwest winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. Mainly clear tonight, lows around 7 above. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Tomorrow, highs level off around 38. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Tired of unexpected car troubles putting a misfire in your day? Introducing C&M Auto in Anselmo. For routine maintenance to major repairs of gas and diesel cars or light and heavy-duty trucks, go with C&M Auto. They boast the latest diagnostics to diagnose and fix your vehicle's issues with quick response and a very competitive labor rate. Plus emergency 24-hour service rates outside their 9 to 5 Monday through Friday hours. Call 308-749-2277 for C&M Auto, located south of Chandler's Honey off Highway 2 in Anselmo. C&M Auto.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
.904. Hey, Brent.
Hey, Dave.
I am so excited. I'm freaking out.
Oh, wow.
I am freaking out. You know why?
Why is that, Dave?
Well, we just talked with the hospital. They're getting a new hot tub.
Well, I don't think it's a hot tub, but a new tub, yes.
Off-Broadway had a fancy hot tub for quite a long time now.
According to you, yes.
When it was cold out, I can just imagine putting the old snorkel on and going in there and swirling around when it's warm. And now I've got a competition because I'm sure both of the facilities would love to have me come and snorkel in their hot tub.
I'm sure they would, yes.
I'm just imagining it right now. A banana split, a snorkel, and my rubber ducky. Whoa, man. In the hot tub. Oh, by the way, it's 12 degrees outside under a sunny sky. Wind chill -3. All right, Brent.
Hey, Dave.
Real quick, you got some updates?
Yeah, we'll go through the postponements and cancellations and closings that we have for you. I don't think too much has changed here since our last update. We'll give you the schools one more time here. And Smyrna Public Schools are closed. Ansley Community Blood Drive today has been canceled, so please take note of that. Ansley Public Schools are now closed today. Arnold Schools are closed. BD in Broken Bow planning to open at 10 o'clock this morning. Broken Bow Handy Bus will not run today. Broken Bow schools are now closed for today. Burwell Public Schools are closed. Callaway Medical Clinic planning to open at 10 a.m. today. Callaway Public Schools are closed. Central Community College Learning Centers in both Lexington and Ord planning to open at 10 o'clock this morning. Central Nebraska Medical Clinic in Broken Bow opening at 10 o'clock. Custer County Courthouse and Judicial Center in Broken Bow planning to open at noon today. Also, the Custer County Board of Supervisors meeting has been moved to 2 o'clock this afternoon. First Interstate Bank in Callaway opening at noon today. Gothenburg Public Schools now closed today, so Gothenburg schools are closed. Lexington Public Schools are closed. Litchfield Schools closed. Loop City Public Schools are closed. Loop County Public Schools in Taylor also closed today. Mid-Plains Community College, the Broken Bow campus, is closed today. Nebraska Plastics in Cozad, they'll start at 10 o'clock today. Ord Public Schools are closed. Overton Schools are now closed today. Prairie Eye Care Center in Broken Bow planning to open at 10 o'clock this morning. The Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow is closed. No home deliveries. Sandhills Public Schools in Dunning are now closed today. Sargent Schools are closed. Stapleton Schools are closed. And SEM schools are closed today.
Thank you, Brent. Appreciate that. Appreciate our sponsors making these reports available here on the radio on KCNI KBBN. Now, I believe we have a newbie here in the studio, and I feel like she's a little bit tense right now, so here's what I'm going to do.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, nice. A hug from Dave. Now that, I don't know if there's anything that can break the tension and ice better than a hug from Dave. Wow.
Yeah. You're very cuddly.
Told you it'd be just fine.
Yeah. Our friends from Off-Broadway are here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to have you all here. Jody, Felicia.
Hi.
Good to see you. I don't know if have we met? No. I don't think we have. Would you like to introduce yourself or have them introduce you?
I'm Nicole.
Nicole?
Yeah, Nicole.
Oh, nice to have you here.
Thanks.
All right.
She's our resident service coordinator at Off-Broadway Apartments.
Could you explain what that means? Nicole, why don't you tell us what you do?
Nursing.
Yeah.
Just basic nursing, is that?
Yeah. Oversee everything that goes on in nursing.
Okay.
Scheduling.
Mm-hmm.
Helping Jody with whatever she needs.
Paperwork and all that?
Yep.
Yeah. Do you have any authority over the hot tub?
That's all Jody.
Okay. I was afraid of that.
Yep, that's all Jody.
That's why I haven't, Nicole, that's why I haven't been in the hot tub. She has the authority. How long have you been in nursing? More than a year?
Oh, definitely. Altogether, 20 years.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Good experience.
That's a lot of experience to bring. Jody, I bet you're happy about that.
We are ecstatic about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Great. Well, it's nice meeting you, Nicole.
Thank you.
Do you like disco music? I don't either. Brett, would you take over?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but this was kind of a position you've been looking for, right? And so it's got to be a blessing to get it filled, especially with someone with this kind of experience.
You know, we were pretty excited when she came in and talked to me, so we had to snatch her up before anybody else did. I have not regretted it at all. She's been absolutely wonderful.
Wonderful. Well, here you go. Just another piece to help complete the team. And we talk about the team atmosphere at Off-Broadway, right?
Yes, we do all the time. And, you know, we've got a great team. We just need to kind of get everybody together sometimes. And, you know, this is the focus and this is what we need to do. So, but they're a great team. So
great. And Nicole, I'm sure you're happy to be a part of the team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good. What are some other topics that you guys wanted to address here this morning?
Well, we want to announce our March Facebook drawing winner, Raymond and Bev Johnson. So please get a hold of us to claim your prize. Also, we are going to be having Easter pictures with the bunny this Thursday from 1 to 5. But please watch our Facebook page for updates because we might have to reschedule that.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that open to anybody? Can Dave and I come get our picture with the bunny?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, wow.
Come on in.
Yeah, what do you think, Dave?
Well, I don't know. After you've exposed this morning that the Easter Bunny idea came out of
Germany, I believe, is what we discovered.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
I have some German heritage.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So maybe I'd be having a picture with a cousin.
You never know.
Right? Family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, come on.
There would probably be some resemblance there.
You could
I'm
hug
guessing.
the Easter bunny.
I would love to hug the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't think that bunny would be any more cuddlier than Nicole.
There you go. So that is scheduled for when again, if you're able to do it?
If we're able to do it this Thursday from 1 to 5 p.m.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Great. Anything else that you want to mention?
So the April Facebook drawing starts April 1st. April Fools. We will be having a gift card for flowers to Broken Bow Floral.
Oh, nice.
That'll
Nice price.
start April 1st.
Right.
Senior dance for those 55 and older. We will be having that April 18th from 1 to 3. So save the date and plan to join us.
Is that kind of like a senior prom? Do you really get dressed up?
Yes.
And stuff? Oh, that sounds like fun.
Are you going to show up?
I'm not 55 yet.
Oh. But you are.
Yeah, Dave is eligible.
Come on, Dave.
I'm getting close, though, I might add.
I pretty well
We'll
exceed
still let you in the door,
55.
Brent.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You going to come dance with me?
Well, do you have to dance? Do you have to do the two-step or just rock back and forth, or can you dance by yourself? And
all of the above.
Okay.
Well, why don't you just come be our DJ for it then?
Yeah.
Well, what would you want me to bring music, or how does it work? Do you have a music lined up? Frank Sinatra and some of those guys?
You could bring in whatever music you think would work.
Well,
how's that?
Let me just give you a sample.
Oh boy, here we go. Get ready for disco. Now, when I was growing up, when I'd go to the prom, back when I was in high school and such, I always stood with that group of guys that never had a date. Is there a group there that of guys that just stands off in the corner? Could I hang with them?
Yes.
Yeah, sweet.
Yes.
All right.
You can drink coffee and eat ice cream.
Yeah. It sounds like a great time, though. You've done this. Have you done this before?
We did a winter ball for the residents.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you had a great time, if I remember right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They loved it. So.
Yeah. Now, if someone wants to attend this, do they need to reach out to you and kind of let you know they're planning to come so you can prepare? Or
if they would, that'd be great.
All right.
And when is that again?
April 18th.
April 18th. Well, that sounds a perfect time of the year in the spring, just like, actually these days that's right in the middle or the end of prom.
Yep.
Because the proms are earlier all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, question for you.
Uh-oh. Okay.
It's an Easter question. Nicole, what when you have Easter dinner, when you're not nursing, doing your very important work, do you like deviled eggs?
Yeah.
Okay. Ham?
Yep.
Scalloped potatoes?
Yeah.
Jello?
It's all right.
Okay. All right. Brett, do you like?
Yeah.
I know deviled eggs.
I used to love deviled eggs, and then, we've shared this story way too many times on this show, but we had a deviled egg contest here at KCNI KBBN. Everybody made deviled eggs.
Yeah.
And so we had to taste everybody's deviled eggs. And I don't know, do you guys remember Bob Bowles? Did you meet Bob Bowles? He was a longtime member of the staff here, 25 plus years or whatever.
25.
He was here. And he made some deviled eggs that I swear were soaked in kerosene. I mean, they were the worst deviled egg I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh, no.
And it just turned me off of deviled eggs. I've never, honestly, I've never had another one since.
Wow.
Really? No kidding.
I'm serious.
I still like deviled eggs, but we did have one employee that we lost for a few days after that.
Yeah.
She didn't feel good for a little while.
Oh.
So, Jody, what do you like for Easter dinner?
Just put food in front of me and I'll go from there.
Mashed potatoes?
Absolutely.
Now, when you do your mashed potatoes, when you have them, do you make a little volcano there and put butter in it and then gravy over the top?
You have to.
Oh, you're talking. Yeah, that's good. Lisa, what do you like?
I like ham and mashed potatoes and sometimes baked potato pudding and
how about
stuffing. Can never go wrong with stuffing.
You like stuffing?
Yes.
Ooh. I think I could eat stuffing if it wasn't put inside of a bird.
Yeah, I won't eat it then.
I don't want to see him putting that in there and then taking it back out and eating it. Just doesn't do much for me.
Yeah.
Does that bother you?
Yeah, I don't think I would.
So you just like stuffing made in a plate? Or
yes.
What do you call that, Nicole?
A pan?
Yeah, pan. That's good.
Or
put a little gravy over the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Nicole, what are you thinking of your first experience at KCNI KBBN?
oh goodness.
Are you going to come back?
No.
Oh no.
No.
Well, at least you're honest.
Well, we do have portable equipment. We could come and see you.
Oh, that's okay.
But you could probably take the elevator up the top floor.
Yep.
Well, I think they're excited to have you, Nicole. I'm glad you came out to visit with us.
Thank you.
Yep. You seem nice. Jody, you're always nice.
Thanks. So are you, Dave.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. So, do we have any other questions we want to ask you?
Well, I was going to I think they brought some notes. Did we touch on everything you guys wanted to mention this morning, or were there some other topics?
We have a couple more topics.
Okay, yeah.
Go.
So the resident of the month this month is Bonnie Ferguson, and the staff of the month this month is Julie Jacobson. She is our activities director who does an outstanding job and keeps the residents busy with all sorts of activities. She's just absolutely wonderful. The residents adore her. Yeah.
Is that something kind of new you started? The resident of the month. Have you always had that?
Yes, we've always.
Oh, you
had
have.
it.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a neat idea.
Yeah. Yeah. And we also want to let you know that if anybody does refer anybody to come to our facility, we will be rewarding you for the referral for someone who needs the extra services that we offer. We are offering $500 bonus with a qualifying payout. So please contact us today to get on our waiting list so that if and when an apartment does open up, that we can connect to you and talk to you about it.
Nice. Okay. All right. Very good. Nicole, if let's say you were at the dance, at this prom dance, let's say, and it was ladies' choice. You know, they always used to have ladies' choice. Do you think you'd ask me to dance?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I would.
Thank you,
I would.
Nicole.
You gave me a hug, so.
That makes me feel better, too. More I'm thinking about the German rabbit, though. I'm not sure that I'm going to go there with that, the German.
Really?
Yeah. It should be an Irish bunny.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Off-Broadway, assisted living, great place. Stop in for a tour. Stop and ask any questions you might have. The gals will take care of you there. And there's always a lot of fun things going on there.
Yes.
All kidding aside, it's a great place to live. And a great place to get, the certain amount of care that you need to be independent, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank everybody who's come in today through all the weather and slick conditions and so forth. Appreciate it very much. Should be all straightened out by Friday, no doubt about it. And this Friday night at Sylvester's, Chris Lager will be in town.
Ooh.
His style, his stage presence, one of a kind. And it's just fun. And he has always a good time. He has even a better time when the place is full and the dance floor is grooving. And he makes sure that happens. So stop out. Chris is intense. He's a performer that is well-traveled across the entire country, and he's honing his craft each and every day, and Freddie's bringing back Chris Lager. He's also bringing back bun darts with a $100 top prize. And Chris Lager is a very good sport because a lot of times he'll provide the music.
Does the background music for the bun darts competition?
Yeah, a lot of times he'll play a little guitar, and the band will continue to play some instrumental for the bun dart competition. Chris Lager at Sly's this Friday night. Show starts at 9. Grab your friends and expect a good time. Sylvester's East Highway 2 Broken Bow at
the Quiet Little Place
that rocks.
Sylvester's Broken Bow. Here's a couple of job opportunities for you. This first one from the Nebraska Department of Transportation. They have an exceptional opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join their team in Ansley. At the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They provide training and career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package that includes a matching retirement contribution. If you'd like to apply, you need to go online. Go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. An online state application must be completed. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity, veterans preference employer. Also, Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership looking for an RN, LPN, or dietitian needed for the WIC program to enhance and make a difference in the lives of families. The position could be full-time or part-time, depending. Has flexible hours. Please contact CNCAP for more information at 308-745-0780. The extension is 105, or you can go to their website and apply, and that website is centralnebraskacap.com.
Thank you, Brent. Does that cover all of our duties?
I think so. The business, I believe, Dave, has been taken care of this morning.
Do we have any monkey business that we need to take care of?
Well, we have a few more minutes for that, I guess.
All right. It's 9:25, almost 9:26. Gives us a chance to thank our Ag Month sponsors, including Bruning Bank, Custer Public Power, Grocery Cart, Power Solutions, Mount Custer Truck Sales, Tri-S Ag, Nebraska State Bank, Brad White Equipment, Custer Federal State Bank, Trotter Service, Trotter Fertilizer, Agribest Feeds, Mead Lumber, Agrit Technologies, Sun Valley Landscaping, State Farm Insurance, Donna Cahill, A1 Auto Repair, and Downey Drilling, all making our reports of Ag Facts available to you throughout this month on both of our radio stations. Also, do not forget a couple of fundraisers coming up. Do those real quick here, and we'll talk more about them tomorrow. Donnie Meyer is fighting lung cancer. He's from the Arnold area. Write this down. April 6th, on Saturday, April 6th, 5 to 7 p.m. at the American Legion Hall in Arnold. They'll be having a silent auction, make sale, and good food for Donnie, so mark that down. And then coming up in a couple of days, on Thursday, the Kyle Stringham benefit to be held at the Fox Theater, and they'll have Kincaidor there. Starts at 6:30, movie starts at 7:30, and the movie is one of Kyle's very favorites, The Blues Brothers. All ticket proceeds and concessions benefit the Stringham family. It's $20 a ticket to get in, and you can also take part in other ways while you're there as well.
Yeah, in conjunction with that, they're also doing a Facebook auction for the Stringham family. Just go to Strong Like Stringham. You can find the Facebook page, and that'll have all of the auction items that you can look at and bid on. And you can do that up until 10 o'clock on Thursday. That's when the bids will close for that Facebook auction going on.
All right. Thank you, Brent.
A programming note coming up today on KCNI Radio. We're going to start this during the track season. We'll have the weekly Broken Bow track report for you, and we'll start that today. Now, the original plan was to recap a whole bunch of results from Broken Bow Track, but Mother Nature had other ideas. So we had the opportunity to visit with Broken Bow Track coach Ryan Witovic to kind of preview the season. So we're going to air a portion of that interview for you on the Broken Bow Track Report, which will come your way during the noon sports today on KCNI Radio.
All right. And help me here. I think Public Affairs today, does it feature the Stringham fundraiser?
Yes, yeah. Betsy Smith from Nebraska State Bank came in to kind of update us on that fundraiser and the Facebook auction going on. So, yeah, that'll be on Public Affairs today at around 10:05, and that's on KCNI.
All right, very good. And again, thank you folks for listening. We appreciate it. We had a lot of fun this morning. Hopefully we brought you the information you need. Brent is checking his phone one more time, just like you can do. Go to Sandhills Express and go to closings, and you'll be able to see anything new coming in. My guess is we're about done with any new listings because the weather is improving.
Yeah.
But we did have a lot of changes this morning because the roads were a bit worse than maybe suspected.
Yeah, we'll run these down for you one last time as far as schools, and then the 10 o'clock starts.
Okay.
And then after we get past that, there won't be a lot to announce, but we'll keep doing it as long as they're viable through the rest of the day. But here's the schools, and 10 o'clock starts at least for you one last time. And some of Myrna Public Schools are closed. Again, the Ansley Community Blood Drive in Ansley scheduled for today. That's now been canceled. Ansley Public Schools are closed. Arnold Schools are closed. BD in Broken Bow planning to open at 10 this morning. Broken Bow Handy Bus will not run today. Broken Bow schools are now closed. Burwell schools are closed. Callaway Medical Clinic planning to open at 10 a.m. Callaway Public Schools are closed. Central Community College, Lexington, and Ord Learning Centers planning to open at 10. Central Nebraska Medical Clinic opening at 10 this morning. Custer County Courthouse and Judicial Center in Broken Bow will be opening at noon. The Custer County Board of Supervisors meeting will be at 2 o'clock this afternoon. First Interstate Bank in Callaway will open at noon today. Gothenburg Public Schools are closed. Lexington schools are closed. Litchfield Public Schools now closed. Loop City schools closed. Loop County Public Schools in Taylor are closed. Mid-Plains Community College, the Broken Bow campus, is closed today. Nebraska Plastics in Cozad, they'll start at 10 a.m. today. Ord Public Schools are closed. Overton schools are now closed. Prairie Eye Care Center in Broken Bow planning to open at 10 a.m. The Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow is closed today, no home deliveries. Sandhills Public Schools in Dunning are now closed. Sargent schools are closed. Stapleton schools closed, and SEM schools are closed today.
All right, Brent, I want to thank you for coming out the last couple mornings and helping yours truly. It certainly has made a difference, and I don't know, getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and meeting you in the driveway is real special. So,
yeah, well, for me too.
But we're glad that you've got the information you folks need out there, and thank you, Brent, very much. We will go back hopefully to more of a normal day tomorrow. Now, today we still have a couple of changes. You mentioned the supervisors meeting. That starts at 2 o'clock rather than 9 o'clock this morning. And we'll be covering that for you. We'll also be covering the Broken Bow City Council, which will go as scheduled tonight at the Broken Bow Municipal Building. So I think we've got everything covered, and we're good to go.
All right.
Thank you, Brent.
You bet.
That's the breakfast show for this Tuesday.